Time of the year it is to put seed in. It's really beautiful to be here with you. And of course, to help us do this, I've got some children from where? Where are you from, children?
Primary school.
All right, let me know your names from the far end. Come across. Justin?
Debbie. Cameron. Tara.
You're beautiful. Do you like, doing this sort of thing?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of fun growing your own seed. And you can do this so easy in a classroom and or at home. Matter of fact, I think you could teach Mum and Dad how to do this. All you need is good seeds, and we've got some beautiful seeds here. They come in beautiful little packets now, don't they? All colours and so on. And, of course, seed mixture. That's important, children. This here that we've got, that has been treated so there's no disease in it, and that means our seed will grow. Because seed are like, new babies, aren't they? They need a little bit of attention. And, of course, we need some containers. And you've each got one of these. We've put holes in the bottom. Why did I put holes in the bottom? Come on.
So the water can drain out.
Right, very well done. All right, let's fill them right up to the top now with soil, but don't push the soil down so we can show the rest of the children what to do. Just level it off at the top. That's it. Now level it off with your hands around the top. Good to use using two hands. Always practice using two hands because you're not used to using two hands. Well done. Excellent. Really well done. Now we can put our seeds in. Now you've each got a packet. Open your seed, and we always cover seed twice its own thickness. So make sure it's twice its own thickness when you're covering it. Now, it's not going to be easy to tell till you get the seeds out. And we'll have a look at the seeds as we put them on the top. I'm going to sprinkle mine on the top here. Mine are herbs. What are you putting in, beautiful?
Beans.
Beans, righto. All right, see how your beans, they'll be totally different to my herbs, I bet. This is a mixed herb, so I don't know what I'm going to get out of this. That'll nearly be enough in there. How are you going? You got them all undone? No. What have you got down there? Oh, I think you've got watermelon, hey? Do you like watermelon?
Yep.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
These are good.
Right, yes, pop them in. Oh, just a little point. Can I tip some of these out and show the children too? Because they want to see this. See how they've got some coating on them? See that sort of, what would you call it, pinky stuff on them? That is a spray. When we use these sort of things with sprays on, we must wash our hands well afterwards. Remember that? All right, put those in there and make them nice and level around. How are you going up the end there? What have you got in yours? Carnations. Beautiful. You like flowers? Yes, and my other friend, what have you got in yours, Hanson?
Sweet peas.
Sweet peas, yeah. That's one of my favourites. That one would grow in a basket quite well, that one too. You make a nice basket out of it. All right, now we've got to cover our seed. Now I'm going to cover mine. See how we cover it? Twice its own thickness. Now I'm guessing this a little bit because we've all got to guess. That's enough. All right, you cover yours. Yours are ready. You might need to put a bit more soil in there. As you're doing that, I'm going to push mine down just a little bit. How are we going? Oh, beautifully done. I think that's about perfect. Now push them down on the top. Just with that pot, just push them down to level them off. You've got to cover yours over now, beautiful. There you are. Cover them over. Hey, that's going well. Now, the other thing that we do is put our labels in. Have you all got your labels? And what did we do on the labels? We wrote the name of the plant, the date, and what else? Where the seed came from, remember?
Goodman's.
Yeah, Goodman's, because it's very important to put the name of where the seed comes from. So you put your label in there. Excellent. Well done. We passed that up. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Pass that up to the other person. So you covered yours with a lot more than we did because yours were a bigger seed. Put your labels in. How are we going up the end there? Excellent. Now, The important thing is we've got to find out where to put seed. Well, now, do you know what seed needs to germinate? What does it really need to grow? Yes?
Water and sunlight.
It doesn't need sunlight, but you're right with water. It doesn't need any sun whatsoever. Do you know what we could do? We could actually put those seeds in the cupboard and they will grow. But as soon as they're out of the soil, we must then put them somewhere where there's light. Now, this is what I suggest. See this container here? That hasn't got any holes in. So what we do is we put water in there to cover the bottom of that container. We don't water our seed from the top. We put it into there like that. I think we might be able to get yours in there too. Right, there you are.
There's holes at the bottom.
Yes, there's holes in the bottom so the water will come up. Now what happens is when we go away on, say, Friday night from school, as long as we make sure we've got enough water in that container to cover our finger, we don't need to worry about those drying out over the weekend. Now, we don't put them near the window. We put them away from the window until they germinate, till they start to grow. Then we can bring them back to the window and they will be okay. So you see how seeds just need warmth and moisture to grow. They do not need light. If we wanted to, we could put this container in the cupboard or we could put some newspaper over the top. Now, what I'm going to suggest you do, when you go back to school, I want you to practice different ways of doing things. I'm going to let you take these seeds back with you. And I want you to try different methods. And then I think what you should do, don't worry about those, we'll put them up after. What we should do, I think, is then write down what you've learnt. Because the greatest way to learn is to do something, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you like growing veggies at home?
Yes.
Well, this is the way you can start, with sowing your seeds, digging over the garden, planting your own vegetables. Imagine growing your own tomato plant. What do you think about that?
I help my sister in her veggie patch.
Do you?
She has lots of strawberries and everything.
Does she have cream on her strawberries? I love cream on my strawberries.
They're delicious.
Yeah. What have you got in your garden up the other end there? All sorts of things?
Yep. Pumpkins, tomatoes.
Sounds a good idea. Well, look, I think you can all do that. I think you've been excellent today. I think you've learnt a lot. I think you've shown me a few little things. Because I always learn when I talk to children. I'm a much better person now. Isn't that terrific? OK. Thank you very much. It's lovely to see you. Weren't the children lovely? Thanks, children. Cheerio. We'll see you again.